Good morning, children. Let us begin today's class. Again, we are continuing the same chapter, number system. Representation of real numbers on the number line. Last two class we were learned how to locate irrational numbers on the number line and real numbers on the number line by successive magnifications. So I told that I'll show some more slide to get the more idea about the successive magnification. Question is, locate 2.665 on the number line. What is the first step? Yesterday I told we should identify 2.665 lies between which line on the number line. So we know that it lies between 2 and 3. So the first step will be like this: 2 and 3, then again 2.6 and 2.6 at this place we magnified and we can make it big. So 2.60 it is 2.61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, like 69 and 70. 2.70 we got. This is the first step. Just moving fast because we already explained the last class. Then the step will be (2.66) will be magnified, and we are getting the third decimal line, that is 2.661, say 2.670 we are getting. On that line we can locate 2.665, that is which is the required line. We call this process of visualization of representation of the numbers on the number line through a magnifying glass is called as the process of successive magnification. So the successive magnification, 3 decimals are required, then 3 lines you are getting there. One more example. Visualize 4.262626 etc. on the number line up to 4 decimal places. If it is 4 decimal places, then the number will be 4.2626. That number we have to represent the number line. All the steps together I will show now. 4.1, that is we know that the line between 4 and 5 only. Next step 4.2, 4.3 will be magnified. Again 4.26 and 4.27 will be magnified. Then 4.262, 4.263 will be magnified. On that line we will get the value 4.2626. So the process of magnification will help us to locate real numbers on the number line. Now you can complete exercise 1. Next topic, operations on irrational number. Operation means addition, subtraction, multiplication and divisions. Real numbers means either rational or irrationals. What are the conditions we are getting here? Like rational numbers, irrational numbers also satisfy the commutative, associative and distributive laws for addition and multiplication. Here also, like rational numbers, the two operations only satisfying, which are the addition and multiplications. Now the next part is that the sum, difference, quotient and product of two irrational numbers are not always irrational. That means when we are taking two irrational numbers, both are irrational only, then we are taking it's a sum or its difference or its product or its a division, then our answer may be either rational or irrational. How it is? See the table, then it is more clear to you. Irrational number and second one is also irrational number. When we are doing the addition of two irrational number, the result may be either rational or irrational. The difference of two irrational numbers we have taken, then also the same way rational or irrational. the irrational numbers are multiplied with another irrational number, then the result may be either rational or irrational. Again the same case with the division also, we are going to get either rational or irrational only. Now we can see with one examples. Root 13 and minus root 13, both are irrational numbers only. When we add, we are getting 0 here in this case. So 0 is a rational number. Both irrational numbers, two irrational numbers, root 13 and minus root 13 are added, then the result is 0. So it is called a rational number. Another two rational numbers we are going to take. What is that one? 3 plus root 2 and 3 plus root 2. Just we add these two rational numbers, then what is the sum there? 6 plus 2 root 2. So it is an irrational number. Irrational one means the irrational part is there. So when we are taking two irrational numbers, then their sum may be either rational or irrational. Next difference. Two irrational numbers, root 5 and root 5, we are doing the subtraction, then the answer is 0. Similarly, 3 minus root 2 minus of 3 plus root 2. Expand the bracket, we will get 3 and 3 will get cancelled. Minus root 2 minus root 2 will get it, therefore minus 2 root 2. In this case the answer is irrational. So the difference of two irrational number is taken, then the result may be either rational or irrational. Now we will go for product. Root 2 into root 2. Two irrational numbers are multiplied here. The result is 2. 2 is a rational number because which can be expressed in the form P by Q. Similarly, 3 plus root 2, 3 plus root 2 we are multiplying. Expanding each term, you must know that a plus b into a plus b form, or a plus b whole square, or a plus b into c plus d also we can take. Each term will be multiplied, then 11 plus 6 root 2, that is irrational. So when two irrational numbers are taken, their sum will be either irrational or irrational. When we are taking two irrational numbers difference, their answer may be either rational or irrational. When we are taking the product of the two irrational numbers, sometimes our answer is a rational number or sometimes our answer is irrational number. Now we have seen that the division. Root 7 by root 7, that is division is taken, then the answer is 1. Again the same rule, rational. Root 2 root 2 divided by 2 root 3, 2 will get cancelled. So what is remaining? The root 2 by root 3. So both are irrational only. The first case, when we are taking the two irrational numbers division, you are getting the answer as rational. When you are taking the division of the two irrational numbers, then your answer is irrational. The sum or difference and quotient or product of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational. Last time what we have considered two irrational number only. Now we are changing the pattern. One is rational number and another one is an irrational number. Well, then what will be the result? The result, it says that the result will be always irrational. Let us see that one, the table. First number may be rational and the second number may be irrational. We can change the order. This can be first and rational can be second also. Now we are following rational as the first number and irrational number is the second number. When we are doing this sum, your answer is always irrational. When we are taking the sum of like this, then also it is rational. When we are taking the sum of product of the given numbers, then also we are getting this. Sometimes division we have to go, so also we are getting irrational. Now we'll go for one by one examples. 3 plus root 2, that is 3 plus root 2 value we substituted here 1.414213 etc. It is equal to 4.414213 etc. It is also rational number. See, one rational number plus irrational number we added. What is the rational number? 3. Irrational number is 1.414213 are added. Then the result is irrational, 4.414213 etc. How we can tell that it is an irrational? Because non-terminating, non-recurring. So the result will be irrational number. So when we are taking the sum of one irrational number and another is an irrational number, then your answer is irrational. Now we will go for the difference. Rational number minus an irrational number, that is 3 minus root 2. So 3 minus root 2 value 1.414213. When we are taking the subtraction of this number, we are getting 1.585787 etc. That means it is also non-terminating recurring decimal, so it is called as a irrational numbers only. One more time with the steps: rational minus irrational, the answer is irrational. If you understood this concept, a product also we can understand easily. Rational, that is 2 into root 7, that is an irrational number. So your answer is 2 root 7, that is a rational number only. Going for the division, root 5 by 2, one is irrational, another one is a rational number, then also your answer is only. So from these examples, what is the conclusion we can make? The sum or difference of a rational number and a irrational number, two different number, one is a rational number and the one is an irrational number, always our answer is irrational. Same as the case with the product or quotient, we are going to get any irrational number only. If we add, subtract, multiply or divide two irrationals, two are irrationals only, then the result may be rational or irrational. Now we can solve some examples. The first question is simplify 3 plus root 7 into 5 minus root 11. When we first you have to take down the question, then we have to expand each bracket. 3 into 5, it is 15. Then 3 minus root 11, minus 3 into root 11. Again root 7 into 5, both are plus only, so 5 root 7. Plus into minus, minus root 7 into root 11. So these are the steps we are getting here. 3 into 5, 15, and minus 3 root 11, there is no change, plus 5 root 7, there is also no change, minus of root 7 into root 11. So 7 into 11, what is the answer? It is 77. So you can get the answer like this. And here this is an easy sum only, because we have already learned the expansion of a plus b into c plus d. So each term should be multiplied and the result should be, if like terms are there, means you should do that calculation and all. Second question, simplify root 5 plus root 11 into root 5 minus root 11. Same question, we have to expand that one. But here what happens, one is a plus b form, another one is a minus b form. One is a plus b form, another one is a minus b form. So you know that it is coming for a plus b into a minus b equal to a square minus b square. The same concept only we are applying here. So each term we have to multiply. That is root 5 into root 5, it is equal to root 25, which is equal to 5 only. Again root 11 into minus root 11, so your answer is minus root 11 square. So root 5 square means it is equal to 5. So 5 minus 11 equal to minus 6. So when we are doing the subtractions or roots of the squares, then the root we can remove. So what is the final answer we are getting? Since a plus b into a minus b is there, so using that identity we are going to get a 5 minus 11 equal to minus 6. One more sum. Simplify root 72 plus root 800 minus root 18. Root 72, how we can write 36 into 2. Similarly 800, how we can write 8 into rupees 8 into 100 only. Again root 18. 18 can be written as 9 into 2. So we are getting some pairs and some numbers are not having any pairs. Solution C, root 72 can be is written as 36 into 2, 800, 8 into 100, 9 into 2. So what is the root of 36 or 36, how we can write 6 into 6? As you know that it is downloading only, so we can easily understand here 6 into 6 into 2. So 6 root 2, then 3 times 2 are there, 2 times 10 are there. So 2 times 2, from that we can take 1 2 and another 10. So 20 root 2. 1 root 2 will come along, so that will be in the root only. Then the last term, that is minus of root 9 into 2, that is a root of 3 into 3 into 2. So again simplification, we will get 6 root 2, because 6 is repeated 2 times, out of that we have to take 1, so it is equal to 6 root 2. Again here 2 1 2 we can take and 1 10, so 20 root 2. So 3 repeated 2 times, so 1 3 will come and root 2. So this is the answer for this question. So just to expand the factors thoroughly and write in the order, that is the least powers should come, least numbers will write first, that is the smallest number. So 6 into 6 into 2, 2 times it is coming, so 1 time we can take out. Whichever is not possible to take the square root, we can write in the radicals. So what we have learned today, first point is successive magnification, that already we have learned. Now second point is sum, difference, quotient and product of a rational and irrational number is irrational. Two types of numbers we are taking, one is rational, another one is irrational, then always your answer is irrational. That's the third point. Sum, difference, quotient, product of a two irrational numbers if you are taking, then they are not always irrational. That means either one they may be rational or they may be irrational. Just to revise the topic thoroughly and learn these properties very well. It will be useful in solving the question papers and all. Thank you.